Welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for stopping by today to watch my latest video, which is where you will be getting this beautiful purple golden look. Don't mind the texture of my skin. We're all human. None of us are normally super flawless. I have flaws in my skin, but who really cares about that? Okay, so today, this is the look I will be giving you. Super easy, super affordable, which is what the whole video is about. The video is about having items and being able to wear items that are affordable for you. Okay, because usually I use a lot of more expensive items in my videos. So this video, everything that I use almost is $20 and below, which is pretty good for drugstore brands or even things that you can find in Ulta. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and show me love. And I hope you love what we got going. Okay, so today we're going to be doing a more affordable look. Usually in my videos, I use a lot of high-end products. So today I'm going to be using some products that are more affordable for the everyday makeup wearer who can't afford those $50 foundations and $40, $30, $36 powders and things like that. So I did not go and shop for a foundation that's a dupe for my favorite, which is my NARS Longwear Radiant foundation. So I'm going to pull out an old trick that I used to do before I ever started wearing foundation. And I started using concealer. So I would use all creams all over my face, or liquid pretty much. So it would be my concealers in the areas I would use to put my concealers. It would be cream contour around the rest. Then I would set everything with a powder for its respective areas. That's what I'm going to do today. So at the end of the video, or somewhere in the video, I will put how much everything costs, like every little item that I use. Most of the items that I am using today, I have gotten from Ulta. Not the prestige side of Ulta, but the more affordable side where you can get your L'Oreal's and the Juvia's and the Morphe, because Morphe and Juvia's are two great brands that are affordable. So, I mean, that's why I love them. So, and ColourPop, because I will be featuring some ColourPop concealers, Juvia's Place concealers, and just wait and see. So, let's get started. All right, so I've already done my skincare. I did not go affordable on my skincare because my skin is super sensitive. So, like always, I use my Genifique serum as my first thing that I've done, and then I used my Absolute Soft Cream on top of that, and then I misted my face with a hydrating cucumber rose water. Not a rose water, but like a hydrating cucumber water situation, because I'm allergic to rose. Sometimes, it just depends. My skin is crazy, okay? So let's not cover my skin, okay? Because sometimes she's good, sometimes she's not. But, and I use my Genifique Eye cream underneath. So that's my skincare. You can watch my previous videos where I've actually showed you these products. I've actually told you how much they were, where to get them, all of that. So if you want to know more about different things in my skincare a little bit, I still haven't done a video on skincare. If y'all want to see a video on my skincare regimen or how I remove my makeup at night, just let me know. I'll do a video on that for you guys. Okay, so let's get into this video. All right, so we're first going to start with the concealer. So I'm going to use the same thing I always use in all my videos. This is the Juvia's Place concealer in the color number 11. Okay, so I'm going to apply this where I always apply my concealers, right here in this area. I used to love doing this technique. I had an issue a long time ago where I could never find a foundation that was my perfect shade. So I would literally just mix concealers up and just do it like that. It would look like I'm wearing a literal full face with foundation and all, but I wasn't. It just worked out for me. That I just knew which concealers to use that I felt would work better. It was easy until I finally started working for Lancome, who I found my perfect match, and I fell in love with that foundation, which is their Tone It All, and I wear the color 460 in that foundation. And I was wearing that foundation probably in one of my first videos. I've discovered some other new foundations that I've been trying, that I've been loving, like my NARS. I've been loving that foundation. Okay, so obviously I love this stick too because it's almost gone. This is the Black Opal foundation stick. I use the color Suede Mocha. I'm going to use like a dense brush like this. This is a Real Techniques brush. I do not know the number on it. I've had it for so long to where it's rubbed off, but you can kind of see what kind of brush it is. And I'm just going to put that in there like that. And then I'm going to chisel out my cheeks. Now everything is going to be blended, of course. I'm just placing products right now. And then we're going to go back and blend everything in together. So this is just placement. So if you're like, girl, you look absolutely nutso, just wait until it's all blended out. You're gonna be like, okay, girl. Okay, and then I'm going to take a concealer. This is the ColourPop concealer in Dark 42. This is their No Filter concealer. This one's a little bit closer to my skin tone. It has some peachy undertones, so I'm gonna put this underneath. And then I'm going to take a denser small brush. This one looks like this. This is a Itch Cosmetics brush. It came in a kit that I got a long time ago. And I'm just going to start blending out my under eye. And I'm using a brush for this because it's going to give me a more airbrushed look. I always do still come back with my sponge, but I'll just start off with the brush when I do this method. And some people still do this method to this day. Some people just aren't fans of foundation, and I understand that because sometimes you can't find your perfect shade, or it's too heavy, or it makes you too oily, or it makes you too dry, and you have to manipulate your foundation too much to get what you're looking for. So I totally understand if you're still using this method. I used this method for probably 3 to 4 years before I discovered a foundation that worked best for me. So keep searching. Don't never give up on finding your perfect shade, because I haven't. And literally, a lot of these brands have finally branched out to the point where now they have something for us, you know, medium to dark skinned women. Because I promise y'all, I used to be like, they just leave us out, because I was just feeling like I could never find something that worked for me. And my sister, you know, still to this day, you know, she struggles a little bit with getting a perfect match, because her skin tone is different. She's brown as well. She just has really olive yellowy undertones, so sometimes it's difficult to find a match for her. So when I do end up doing her makeup, I tend to have to mix a bunch of different things to get something perfect for her. So I get it. Even though I no longer have the struggle of trying to find a perfect match for me, I know girls out there who still are struggling with this. So I get it. But if you're looking for some more inclusive brands who have kind of included us women of color, you could shop Fenty, which is by Rihanna. She has over 40 shades. So she goes from the lightest of the lightest to the darkest of the darkest. NARS have broadened a whole lot. Too Faced have broadened a whole lot. Lancome, of course, we still need to work on a few shades to meet everybody. I still had some issues when working for Lancome, trying to find the perfect shade for some women. So I mean, we're evolving every day, and they have 44 shades. So you know, sometimes some companies miss the ball. They think they're doing something great, and they think they're hitting the nail on the head, and they're not. But one thing I can say about the companies that I have worked for, I found perfect shades for me and a lot of women. I'm not saying I've had so many women and I wasn't, able to match them. I did great. I matched everybody that I needed to match, and if I needed to mix some things up for the ones that I couldn't, that's what I did. So in my past days, I was something of a mixologist of the makeup world. So, you gotta do what you have to do. Try what's best for you. Try what you feel like, you're gonna have trial and error. Everything's not going to work out the way you want to the first time. You're gonna have your little trials and tribulations through figuring out, your favorite combinations or your best combinations or whatever films beautifully, I've been there. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the medium dark 36. This is a lighter one for ColourPop, and I'm just going to highlight a little bit, just right here. I don't go anywhere else like you always see in the rest of my videos. Boop, just right there. It's going to give me some more brightness, and I'm just literally going to focus right here. I'm not going to blow it out. I'm just going to focus it right here on the face. My sponge is too wet and it's removing my makeup. So I'm gonna wring. I'm dropping things. I'm gonna wring my sponge out a little bit. Just to brighten up in the inner corner. Okay, so we've laid down all the creams. This is what it looks like so far. Okay, so it looks like I have a full face of foundation on, but I don't. It's literally just concealers, and the outside darker color is a foundation technically, but for me, I've never used it as a foundation. I've only used it use it for a contour. Okay, so I'm going to use my Morphe powder in Banana Rich. Okay, so I am going for a more natural look, and when I do that, I usually will not use my sponge to set under the eye. I will use a dense brush. So I'm going to use my Morphe M438 brush. This is like my favorite brush now. I don't know why. Okay, it had something on it, but I just washed my brushes, so it's not dirty. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that powder. And I'm just going to set under my eye. I'm going to set every area that I put the lighter concealer. And this is going to give you a more of a softer look. Sometimes I'll use my Laura Mercier Velour Puff. It just depends on how I'm feeling, y'all. There's no exact reason why I do what I do. It's all in your feeling. Do what you want to do, honey. Whatever makes you comfortable while doing your makeup, you do that. Don't let me or any other influencer who's on YouTube tell you what you're doing is wrong, or oh, you should do it this way. If what you're doing works for you, do it that way, period. I've never liked when people tell you if you don't do it this way, you're doing it wrong. Yeah, you may think it's wrong, but it's working for me and my face is still slayed, so that's all that matters, is the face slayage. For real. I mean, that's what I think. Okay, and then I'm going to move on to my True Complexion Contour Palette. This is my favorite contouring palette. I mix the contour and the sculpt. I mix those two shades. I'm going to use this brush. Going to go into those two colors. And I'm just going to set all the places that I put that suede mocha contour stick. So you always want to set the creams. Some people are super dry, so if they use creams, they're scared of powder, so they kind of stay away from that. So if that's your preference, that's fine too. I'm not super oily. I'm a combination, so I'm a combination of both oily and dry. I'm not too oily and I'm not too dry, so I'm right there somewhere slap dead in the middle. So I don't shy away from creams or powders. I just use a mix of both and just set everything really pretty because it works for me. Okay, so we have highlighted, we've set everything. It's just a really, it's a really beautiful natural face. Nothing is too harsh. Everything I used was kind of full coverage, but I don't use a lot of it because I like to still see my skin. I don't like to wear so much makeup to the point where my skin, you can't see it. Like I can still see my skin and certain blemishes through the concealer. That's what I like. I like to still have that humanness about myself, and it's not like, oh, well, she's so caked up, because I don't like to be super caked up. And it's uncomfortable. It's really uncomfortable to have a bajillion layers of foundation on. Like, I can't. I just can't. Okay, so we're going to move on to highlighter. And I'm going to be using the Juvia's Place highlighter. This is their loose one, and Nefertiti. Looks like that. You can also get this from Ulta. And like I said, this is an affordable tutorial. So everything I'm using is in a range no more than $20, I think. So I'm trying to stay $20 and under with everything that I'm using, because most high-end brands are $20 and up. So we're going to be using everything that's below that. I'm going to use my Morphe M510 brush to highlight. I just touched my dirty hand on the brush, so that's why it was like that. So I never dip this is what the highlighter looks like. I never dip my brush in here. I always dip it in whatever was in the lid when I opened it, because this highlighter is bright, y'all, like bright. So I don't play around with it unless I want my whole face to look like a disco ball, and that's not what I'm going for. And it's just beautiful. It's soft. If you want a brighter highlight, you know, you do you. But for me, I just want something super subtle. But when you see me, you see me. Okay, I'm just using my finger to highlight my nose and my Cupid's bow. Like that. And usually I'll do a little bit on the forehead, a little bit on the chin. That just brings light to the forehead. I kind of like that look when I take pictures. How my forehead's not big, and I'm not trying to make it bigger or anything, but you know, give you a little snap. I like that. So dump that, and now we're gonna move on to my favorite part ever, eyes. Okay, so I'm going in with that same ColourPop concealer, the lighter one that we used, and I'm gonna put this as a primer. And we're just gonna spread that all over the lid. Okay, so we have the primer on. I'm gonna do my brows after the fact. I've been doing something different lately, and I've been putting on my eyebrows after my eyes are done. So you're wondering, like, why did she skip her eyebrows? I did it. We're gonna get back to those puppies. Okay, so we're gonna start with the Chocolates palette by Juvia's. We're gonna use these two colors to start off. This is gonna be a transition. This is gonna be a crease. We may deepen it with one of those. Just depends on where I decide to go with it. I'm going to start with my Morphe, of course, M513 brush. Looks like this. And I'm going to go into the lighter peachy shade here. You can see it, my lighting is literally so bright. There we go, this shade. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So we're just gonna go into that. And we're gonna put this down as a transition color. And I'm gonna go ahead and brush my brows up though. Get them out the way. Like that. Okay. And this has not a whole lot of color for me as it would for a lighter skin tone, but I love to just give my eye some, all the other shades, something to blend into, because I don't want any harsh lines or anything like that. So this is a reason for using a color this light. And I'll usually bring that all the way in like that. Okay, so for that color, it's done for that color. And then I'm going to use Sigma E25 blending brush. Looks like this. I'm going to go into now this hot cocoa shade, and I'm going to pack that into the crease. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. I always used to do this, usually with my Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm not using that right now because that's not an affordable powder. So I'm gonna go back into that same powder that I set everything with, and I'm going to place this underneath my eye. Your face. We don't want that. Okay, so we're just going to pack on this brown cocoa shade. Like such. And I'm going to pack that all the way to the beginning of the eye. So, like that. I know I did a review on these palettes probably about 2 months ago, and I didn't really care for them. Now that I've kind of been playing with them for so long, I have fallen in love with them. They do everything I need them to do. Sorry, Juvia's, that I doubted y'all in the beginning. I'm just so harsh on eyeshadows to where I want them to be perfect when I first start using them. So, yeah. But since I've been using them, I've been loving them. I think I use them in every look that I've been doing lately. At least one or two of the colors. I literally put a nude lip on every time I do makeup, so y'all know I'm a sucker for the soft, nude, warm shades. It is what it is. I like what I like. So this is what we have so far. Okay, so I'm just literally just packing on color. Like this. Okay. And I always will go back through and blend all of this out once we're done with the full face. You always have finishing touches. But for now, we're just gonna focus on this. I'm going to cut the crease, which is what I love to do. I love a cut crease. So pretty. Use that same light concealer that we used before. I'm going to use my Sigma concealer brush. This is the F70. Love this brush. I'm going to go into that concealer. Let's get to cutting. So, always put the concealer on. Look up. It'll make the crease for you. It'll show you exactly where your crease is. Now, if you have hooded eyes, you can always utilize your eye space and go a lot higher. For me, I'm okay with my eyelid space, and I really don't need to go super higher than I need to. Okay, so this is why we bought that brown in so far, because when we cut it, we still want to see all those shades that we put in there to blend. We want to see all of those shades. Okay, so I'm gonna cut it, I'm gonna do it halfway. I'm gonna leave this here and I'm gonna blend other shades in this area. So we're gonna move on to the other eye, cut the other eye. Okay, that's what I've got. Cut the crease, and then I'm going to go in with, I'm thinking about this shade in the Saharian 2 palette, the shade here. It's iridescent. This one literally cracked and fell out, which made me so upset because I loved that light blue color. But this shade here. My lights are just too bright to where everything is just, you can't see it. Anyway, that's the palette I'm going to. I'm going to use a packing brush, pretty little thing brush. It's a flat packing brush. I love this brush. It applies color, like sparkle, beautifully. So I'm just going to pack this gold. It's kind of a gold peachy color. I'll let y'all see. And even when I take pictures, you'll be able to see what the shade is like. But it's really pretty. And pigmented. And I'm just gonna apply this into where you can go. Usually I'll post on my Instagram. My Instagram name is A_RENA. Or you can go on my Twitter or my Facebook, which is where I've started doing Facebook Lives. I'll probably start doing Instagram Lives probably sometime next week, to where you can be more like in depth, where you can look at what I'm doing close up and ask me questions, and I can give you your answers like right then. Or like, comment, and subscribe here, and I can give you an answer with to your questions here as well. Okay, so I'm going to add a little splash of color, because why not? I'm going to use this color here. This is in the Berries palette. I'm going to go into this shade. Put that right here in this area. Just going slanted downward. And it's just going to add a little bit of color. Just a splash right there. Who doesn't love a splash of color? Let's apply it right here, just in like a V-like motion. And that's gonna help that gold shade we put down and that dark brown just marry each other and become a beautiful family. Just really, really nice. Like that. Hey girl, hey girl, hey. Honey, that is a look. I'm going to grab it because literally I just thought about adding that splash of color in, like it popped up in my head, honey. So I did what my thoughts said. So I'm going to add, instead of a black liner, which is what I was going to do, I'm not going to wing it, but I'm going to use this NYX Vivid Bright liner. It's a liquid, looks like that. And I'm going to line my top line with it. I'm not gonna wing it. Just like that. So I added that purple in there for an extra splash of color. I don't know why I'm feeling like super, super colorful today. And now I'm thinking about adding more of a vibrant purple shadow right next to, I think I am, right next to the cranberry shade. Look, I'm gonna go into the Zulu palette. I'm gonna go in with this shade here, which is, like I said, more of a vibrant purple. I'm gonna go into that. And I'm just gonna apply that right next to that cranberry shade. Right next door. I'm literally just creating this off a whim. Didn't know where I was going with this eye today, but this is where it has gotten us. Like that. I'm loving it. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with a purple. At least I thought I can't find my sharpener. I was gonna use a purple underneath. Hold on, let me find my sharpener so I can sharpen this pencil. This pencil now, this pencil that I'm using is affordable because it's a sample. But if you go and buy the actual pencil from Lancome, this is in the color Ampelou. If you go and buy this, I think it'll run you probably around $23, something like that. But I'm going to use this in my waterline just to also tie in that purple, since that is our pop of color. And I'm going to go into the Violets palette, the Berries palette, I'm sorry. And I'm going to go into this pinker shade, probably both of those. And I'm going to blend these two shades on the bottom. Like that. Okay, so now I'm going to wipe off any excess powder under my eye. Okay, so okay, just like that. And then I'm gonna move on to my eyebrows. Okay, so with my eyebrows, also I could find an eyebrow dupe, a more affordable one, but I didn't go to the store to get one. So we're gonna use this Anastasia Brow Wiz, which is what I use in all my videos, in dark brown. Funny thing about my eyebrows. Okay, so the other night we were on live, on my Facebook Live, and my husband did my eyebrows. Y'all, it was so funny. It was hilarious. If you have not seen that, or you don't follow me on Facebook, my name is Sirena Davis on Facebook. My live is still linked to my page where he's doing my eyebrows. He thought he was killing it. He was killing it. Not doing a good job. It was funny though. It was funny because like he wouldn't do it unless I got all these like likes from people who were watching the live. And when I got to the number of likes he said I had to have, he was trying to make up excuses not to do it. But he did it. He came and he did it. He did it. He was a good sport. I'll say that. But it was hilarious. So now, like ever since then, I got pretty much really, really good feedback from doing a live. I'll probably start doing more lives. I thought about doing like a live once a week, just so like people can really see my personality, because of course you can see who I am through my YouTube, but it's something about when you're live and like your family's on there and they're commenting and they're like pretty much interacting with everything you're doing. Love it. We had so much fun though. So if y'all want to have fun with us on my next live, just let me know what y'all want to see and I'll get on and we'll laugh, have conversations, discussions, you know. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna call it that, eyebrows done. And then I'm going to use, of course, my ICU Lash Lounge lashes. These are in the style V-Fib. I literally put these back in the container because I love them so much and I've lost my code blues. So when I lost my code blues, I was like, yeah, all my lashes are going back in their cases because I'm not about to continue to lose lashes. Really nice lashes. And they're super, super affordable, super comfortable. If you like more of a natural lash, they have that. If you like more of a bigger lash, they have that. So they're fitting all your needs, honey. Just to coat my lash, not the extension. But just so they blend together well. that. And I always get my eyelash curler and just curl my real lash with the extension. Every single time you look. Some people like to wear lashes because they can see them. Like, they can see them in their vision. So that aggravates them, which is understandable. So that's why I curl mine. Okay. Now I'm going to set my face with my setting spray. And I'm just gonna go in with that sponge that I used earlier. And just make sure everything's blended in. Okay. So let's get to the lip. Like I said, I found my favorite lipstick, which is Snob by MAC. I used to love that lipstick. I used to wear it all the freaking time. I'm going to put some powder on my lips just to mute them out. Like that. I'm gonna go in with Moonwalk. Well, I may use Mason lip liner by NYX just to line my lips. Okay, I want to use my MAC lipstick and Snob. I'm going to find my lip brush. Just going to go into that lipstick. And it's a soft pink lipstick. I'm going to put NYX Gloss and Tiramisu on top. And I'm going to put a little bit of this nude gloss. It's called Shy by the NYX Lingerie Gloss line, right in the middle. Just like that. Super, super pretty. Okay, so the look is complete. Absolutely love. Let me get closer to the camera. Super, super pretty. So you still can achieve that full face look with concealers and darker foundations, or however you want to do it. You can do darker foundations, darker concealers, whichever works best for you. So I literally love this look. I've enjoyed recreating this look for you. Like I said, we're going to come back later, talk about how much this face costs. Okay, because some people can't afford to have that full-on expensive glam, but you can still be just as glam for not as expensive. So let's come back and talk about it. Okay, we're back. Okay, so let's talk. So from everything that I've used today, starting with the first concealer that I used, $11. ColourPop, $6.50. Morphe powder, $12. Morphe setting spray, 14 bucks. The Juvia's Place Nefertiti highlighter, I think it's like 14 or 12, something like that. The purple eyeliner that I use, $9. The eyeshadow palettes, I think I'm not really like 100% sure. I will put here somewhere exactly how much the minis are, which I actually showed in one of my last videos. So you can probably go there and see how much these are. I use these, and I use some of the bigger ones. Some of the bigger ones I do believe are 20 bucks, but literally they're amazing. It's worth the money. And my contouring stick, which is by Black Opal, $9. My contouring palette, these are also $9 at Walmart. The only thing that wasn't below 20 is my eyebrow pencil. These are actually $23 now. I just looked at the retail price of them. They were at one point like 19 and they keep creeping up. So they're 23 now, okay? When it comes down to my lips, I use a $3 lip pencil, and I use a $4 lip gloss, and this lip gloss as well. I think these are about 9 bucks. That's literally like everything that I used. So when you add everything up, this face probably costs around maybe 35, 40 bucks. Whether I use one powder that costs 40 bucks. So it's super, super affordable for anybody to wear, and it's still super glam. It's super pretty. My eyelashes are from ICU Lash Lounge. I think this specific style runs about 12, 13 bucks on their site. I'll put the correct price here if I didn't nail it on the head. I'm not sure. I put all the prices in my phone. If you didn't know, I record off of my phone, so I can't really get to it. Another thing is, I only can see out of one contact, which is this one. I don't have one in this one. This is why I have a lazy eye. If I don't have a contact in it, it just goes lazy. So if you watch my video, like, why does her eye look different today? That's why I don't have a contact in this eye. So don't come for me unless I send for you. So don't do that, okay? But I absolutely love this look. I hope you guys loved it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and show me love, because I'm here to show love. If you have a YouTube channel and you're trying to hustle and get it just like me, honey, I will go and like and comment and subscribe on your channel as well. I'm a big person of supporting women, or men supporting women, whatever, just supporting. So like, comment, subscribe. Don't leave me hanging, because I won't leave you hanging. And for just one more time, get into this look. Boom. Yeah. I will see you on my next video. I enjoyed you guys today, and have a beautiful, beautiful day.